Where, oh where, has the flying I flown? Through realms where magic and wonder are sown. Alongside the undulating pastures of considerable elevations. Shrouded beneath the canopies of deep-rooted woods carved out in time by the two croaked creeks. Furthermore, nowhere, then suddenly now here.
Hello everyone and welcome to the tournament coverage for the 2025 Flying Eye Open here at the legendary Crucible Disc Golf Course here in Athens, Georgia. Thank you Athens Disc Golf Club for preserving our heritage here and the many years that disc golfers have come out and competed at this very special place. My name's Nate Wickander and I'm here with my good friend and Athens' very own Joseph Anderson. What's up, dude? Thanks for coming.
Yeah, what's up? I'm happy to be here watching this beautiful course.
I'm so excited to see this. Man, I mean, I know the club goes through so much to put this on, and I know we had to film it, so thanks, Ricky, too. That's the other camera guy coming out and spend a couple days to witness Bryson James, Davis York, returning champions. Bryson last year, so he's going to be defending champion. Got Cade Costanzo in the middle there, UGA club player, and Ben Lita and JoJo Bonet. I know JoJo's been coming out here for a long time, so I'm looking forward to watching these guys.
Yeah, getting straight into it. Hole 1, we got a 435-foot par 3. You're going to choose left or right of this main tree. And we got some hazard on the left side once you get closer to the green as well, so you want to err on that right side if you do miss. Yeah, most players are going to be throwing a forehand. You can see the hazard there. You just want to avoid that. The main thing, just give yourself a look. It's also blind, so you're not going to be able to see the basket. That group of trees on the left is kind of a good aim point.
Yeah, this feels like throwing off the top of the world. Such a cool starting hole.
Oh, yeah.
And a gettable one. I think this is one that you do want to get. Like it's played as one of the more easier holes.
Yeah, so Bryson going with that forehand as I expected. That looks really good. Whoa.
Big, you never really know because the tee's tucked behind a little bit of tree to the left and to the right. So once your disc crests the hill, looks like there's a tail left to right that kind of picks that up. But Bryson's got a big forehand.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of big forehands, Davis makes it look easy. Davis, the winner of the Flying Eye MPO champion in 2023.
Yep.
And I know JoJo was there in 2023 competing against the best. Competing against y'all. You.
Mm-hmm. Competing against me.
Put out here. JoJo putting a little bit of flex on it. It's kind of what you need to get down the hill, because if you just go hyzer, it's hard to push all the way down to the basket.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get something flat. Ooh, Cade gonna show us the backhand.
Yeah, I don't mind this play. There's obviously a lot of rough on the right side, but if you can avoid that, you're definitely going to avoid the hazard as well.
You hear Cade say push there. This is a pretty specific hyzer, like a pushing hyzer, but if you get it to pop up too much, you get stuck in those trees that are lining the fairway.
Mm-hmm.
Similar flight.
Yeah, he's kind of pushing that right side a little bit, but gets a really nice skip, and that's pretty much parked.
Yeah, that's a good starting hole. This place is full of elevation. They can play tricks on you, that you really want to throw straighter discs out here
Mm-hmm. There's a handful of good drives on hole 1 for our feature group. Bryson, the farthest away, he kind of tried to give that a bid from 50 feet maybe up the hill.
Not typical for Davis. He is the 2022, 2023
Maybe
college?
2021.
2021 college national champion singles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and JoJo here for a birdie to start the tournament. Got him. Feels good.
Yeah, that's a good distance to start off your round. No gimme. Davis with kind of a similar distance coming back. Able to convert.
That basket's sitting right on a little ledge.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get some pretty nasty rolloways. Like Cade is staring kind of down off a ledge there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just enough to make you think. You can definitely skip off the rim and
He wants
bounce
it back.
far.
He wants it back.
Yeah.
And after seeing that, Bryson going to take a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure it goes in. These baskets are the original baskets, I believe, that have been occupying this tournament. Hole 2, well, for 20-something years. Yeah, hole 2. An extended tee this year. We changed up the design very slightly. Same fairway, but tucked back in the woods. You have to get out of that gap and over this hazard bunker that was came into play on 1. So playing back up the hill. If players can get to about here, you're looking at a pretty uphill drive through a low ceiling, and the floor starts to creep up pretty quick as well. So your upshot, if you can pass these 2 trees and slide up there, give yourself a putt, you're looking at a birdie. But it's all about placement on a lot of these tee shots.
Mm-hmm.
If you're 10 feet left, 10 feet right, it changes the dynamic of your shot so much with how undulating these pastures really are.
JoJo pretty heavy on the forehand. Most players I would expect to throw back in here just because that hazard is a little bit farther to clear on that left side. And the hillside also kind of slopes up to the left, I want to say, slightly.
It does.
So the backhand kind of checks up nice. Like, this is pretty far right from Ben.
Yeah, drifted away from a little bit. That's going to be very pinched. Anheuser to try to push one up from over there. Bryson kind of heading the same way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe threw that one a little bit lower, just kind of overturned it.
There was that tail left to right on 1, so there's probably a headwind left to right on this hole. Davis getting the height, though. Stable disc, center cut.
Yeah, it's not super far to clear. Nothing any of these guys should be really worried about.
Yeah, stock 350-foot shot's going to clear this.
Yeah.
And skip through some pretty tall grass past the hazard for Cade.
Yeah.
Loving it.
It's got some good spin on there.
Camera's cheated a little bit on the right here for JoJo. He's probably looking straight at the ceiling of that oak.
Yeah, he's going to have to work some Anheuser forehand shaping. It's in the fairway.
Yeah, tough shot. It's got to Anheuser up.
Mm-hmm.
The ceiling is so specific that the way you have to throw uphill.
Mm-hmm. The shot isn't very far, though, I will say. If you do put your drive in a good spot.
It's a little bit high.
Yep. It's going to be right there in front of JoJo. But yeah, it's not far. I would say it's a little over 300 feet maybe. But, man, if you're over here on the right, it's real tough.
Yeah, there's no way to go like up and over those trees on the right. You have to get down this gut. Just super tough to get something to bend that low over to the right, that late in the flight. Davis right in the middle from the drive. Watch out, Ricky. Yep.
Nice.
That's circle 1.
Yep.
Ben must have just got a little bit further than Bryson. Look at that.
Wow.
Nice shot, Ben.
Yeah, also in circle one. She's got two looks from circle one. Everybody else kind of around 100-ish feet.
JoJo's good with that little flick towards the basket when it's that awkward putt range, and he can kind of toss one softly at it.
Man, it's got so much spin on that.
I've seen Cade makes a long putts with that spin. Bryson kind of pitching one up from those hollies, man. They'll poke you right in the back of the leg. Davis for the birdie.
Yeah.
Nice. Adjustment from hole one putt. From Ben's sick drive or upshot. Ooh. Still watching it.
Funky little roll, yeah. You normally don't see that if you're a right-handed putter. Ooh, and sneaking that one in, similar on that left side. But yeah, normally that right side cage, sometimes you'll see it kick up vertical and roll. But he hit on that left side, just so much spin on that putt.
Yeah, Ben's got that nice spinny little putt too. Compact, goes forever. Tap-ins for some pars. Going on to hole 3, new tee position on this. Tell me about the, I guess one of the oldest par 5s maybe in the state.
Yeah, no, this hole it's a whole journey to get to the basket. You got this initial gap, which isn't too scary, but then you have to shape it through this second gap that you really need to get past if you want to be in position for birdie. And it's a good, I would say 340 off the tee, and then you want to land somewhere in this open field after that gap. It opens up quite nicely. And then the second gap right here, well, technically the third gap, is the tightest gap on the hole. And if you can get through that, then you're going to be set up looking straight down this tunnel. There are a couple trees in the fairway. Main big tree right here on the left with that low hanging limb that you got to keep the disc under. And then another 100 feet past there, and you're at the pin. It's just beautiful. You feel it's a whole journey, like I said.
Yeah, it starts way up on top of the hill. Goes down through the second fairway, down again into the third fairway. This is a true 3-shot par 5. Yeah, the cameras when they're teeing off make it look a little closer, but this is a distance driver or control driver shot, and you just want it to go straight, drifting right for Davis.
Yeah, you can see Ricky there in the background. If you can throw it towards him, but you do want it to be right of where he is.
This is a tough ask for a forehand. Kind of pinches it off, but I always imagined a huge lefty backhand could get pretty far here. So and JoJo's got I think he's known to have a pretty big forehand.
Yeah,
as like a forehand guy. I love the serpentine motion of this first fairway. Sloping left to right. Almost the whole hole. I like that. It looks like it's not turning enough, though.
Yep.
Oh, that's jail. Nice little kick out there. And, yeah, Davis over on the right side having to pitch out smart thing to do. A lot of smart golf I hear people say, oh, we got to play smart. Just because the rough is so rough. There's so many opportunities to throw the hero shot, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Like here, even. The play would probably kind of do what Davis did. But Ben's getting kind of aggressive. I personally probably wouldn't get that aggressive from there unless I was trying to get through the gap and still get the birdie. JoJo kind of doing more of what I would probably do, except he kind of went a little far there. Bryson maybe trying to get through that second gap. Still trying to fight for a birdie.
Oh, yeah, fast disc. Just right of the gap. It looked like it went through down to that second low layer.
Is this Cade's drive?
Yeah, this is Cade throwing 2. But that looked like it carried across the gap and straight left into that pine.
Mm-hmm.
Davis looking right up the gut.
Yep. Pulls it a little and gets a brutal kick. Well, caught that second tree as well, so
Nice.
he's actually going to be on the edge.
Still probably just another pitch out
Yep,
from there.
Probably a bogey.
It's just so tight. It turns so much that JoJo's looking to the left to like try to throw it over these trees to the green. That would require a huge throw.
No, decides to follow the fairway, but kind of turns it over too much. He's still going to be in the rough, or at least on the edge of the rough.
This is from Ben's pitch out from his drive. Look at this, carrying across the entire bottom fairway. Wow. I think he's got a putt in circle 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can't even see the basket from there. That's some high-level shot shaping.
That was a sweet shot. Ben, too, sweet shots to give him a look for. That's going to be birdie for Ben. Cade in the rough.
Yeah, just trying to get back out to the fairway, laying down a roller. That'll work fine.
Yeah, if you can push the backside or the right side, even where Bryson is, you can kind of get a look through that dogleg left gap.
Yeah.
Bryson was very well back, though, pitching out to just to line himself up with this gap right here that Cade's looking at.
Yeah. This is just like a smooth hyzer. Hugs that tree very well. That's parked.
Yeah, if you're a little too wide on that upshot, that row of trees on the right comes into play.
Kind of like this here. Davis is testing him. But doesn't catch him. Hard to tell how close he is there. Maybe edge of circle.
This would be a tricky little forehand here.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Ooh, test the ceiling. Nice.
Beats it. A little cut roll.
Yeah, kind of gets a cut roll, but he's still going to have a look.
Close.
Yeah, I was wondering maybe if JoJo was going to try to go over that defining branch just so that it can fight out towards the basket.
Yeah, a little bit more height. This is birdie for Ben. And wasn't going to leave it short. A little bit of a comebacker.
So this is to save par.
This is a birdie look.
This is a birdie look.
This is a birdie look for JoJo, I think. No, it is to save par. What a save! Circle's edge, dropped it in the bucket. Nice, Ben. Makes good on the comebacker. It's crazy when you go that far and then you have that look for birdie, that comebacker just feels even longer when it's for par and you've done all that work. Good putt, Ben. Davis makes do as well. Davis going to take the bogey. But on to the very beautiful and birdieable hole 4. Thank you, Hoist, for bringing us hole 4 this year. This is another par 4, true par 4, 629 feet, downhill most of the way. The tee shot will have to at least pass this grouping of trees on the left we see here. It's an old apple tree, not appling anymore, but if you can get here and beyond, you're going to have a look around this dog leg, which you may even have a look at the basket. But this fairway goes well downhill, so these trees above us come into play. They're kind of in the airwaves for your upshot. But if you can navigate those, crash into the back of this hillside, hyzer in, give yourself a putt, you can make light work of this. I mean, it could be just a mid off the tee. Could be putter, really, if you got the distance. But JoJo's showing us the forehand.
Yeah, this is, again, making it a little bit tougher on him. The shape of the fairway. That's pretty fortunate to just kind of kick down into the fairway. Expect the rest of our players to go with backhand here. Also a fortunate kick, but so far the course has been pretty friendly to our feature card. I think maybe a little bit, something with a little bit of stability. Something that's going to turn right, but you know is going to fight out. This is nice from Bryson.
Premium.
Yeah. See Cade lining up that initial Anheuser out of the hand. Doesn't throw it on Anheuser.
He didn't like it either. Yeah, it gets tricky in there, man. It's like a little jail cell of little seedlings and treelings. Whoa. And that is right. That is jail, man. It gets bushy in there.
Yeah, this is not fun. I would be surprised if he can
straddling all the way.
If he could even get to the corner, that would be pretty fantastic. Just not able to use the lower body.
Did that even get to a spot where you can get to the green? I mean,
I don't think so. I mean, he can try to get aggressive from there, but
having to pitch out again, smart.
Yeah,
because you can just get frustrated and want to just throw as hard as you can up into the canopy and hope for the best. But good move for Davis. Oh.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Ben's shaping some shots here.
Stop rolling for him. Yeah, that was a fantastic shot from back there.
Mm-hmm.
Just probably a hyzer flip to Anheuser, but beating the trees because the ceiling comes into play here. And JoJo.
Chill.
That is sick. They love it. That was an awesome shot. JoJo did get far enough to at least shape something right by that little apple.
Yeah, I mean,
tree.
even this, a perfect drive from Bryson. You either have to choose low and try to hope on the ground play to get you up in circle one, or challenge those high limbs. And Bryson's going to challenge the limbs and kind of just a little left out of the hand, a little stable.
I feel like I liked it. It just looked like it got overstable out of nowhere. Cade playing this anti-skip forehand into the green. That was a lot of hyzer, but got the anti-skip.
Yeah.
Even still, I love watching players just figure this course out. It's such a worthy puzzle as a disc golfer. It gives you so many options. Bryson's caddy. This was the weekend of Halloween. So here in Athens we have the rumpus. So Bryson's caddy coming looking smooth, handsome in that elf suit. Dang, Ben for another birdie, giving himself looks at these baskets.
Yep.
Long looks.
Yeah, he's throwing a lot of good shots. It's just one shot can take the birdie out on the hole, which is kind of what's been happening. And that bounce off the rim.
That shot off the rim. I can't wonder where that went. That was actually well said. This course really, one shot can take away the birdie on so many of these holes.
Well, the good thing is they're not super challenging shots. But yeah, if you are off on it, it's going to be a tough birdie on pretty much every hole.
Yeah, you got to pace yourself. I like how JoJo takes the time. Putting up on the pole.
Over the rim.
And again for Ben for a par. Bryson for a par as well. Hole 4, JoJo taking it. Davis going to grab another bogey and Cade going to grab one, but we're on to yet another beautiful hole. Hole 5. Tell me about it, dude.
Yeah, hole 5. We got a par 4, 513 feet. We got this sloping hillside from left to right. And again, this is very similar to hole 3 and 4, where you have to get kind of to the pinch point. You have to get to the landing zone if you want a good chance at birdie, which is through these fence posts. So you want to land right of them, and then it goes up this hill. You got OB on the right, newly added OB, and then the green up on this hill, surrounded by old fence. It's probably right around 30 feet, so you want to be in there putting for sure.
Yeah, that fence is like right at Circle's Edge.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a 35-foot round fence. Probably old cattle fence. This is old pasture land, known as the Cook's property. Out here, the disc golfers, we know it is the Crucible.
Yeah, I think the key on this drive is getting your disc to move to the right for some portion. Backhand is going to be the main play, and this is kind of testing that right side rough line, but he stays in the fairway. So even there, he's not as close as he could be to the basket, but he's going to have a good angle.
Dude, that's the 4th tee shot in a row.
Yeah, anytime I wanted to take, I see someone go take something with more stability to try to match the angle of the fairway, it's just such a far tee shot that if it does fade out early, it takes the birdie out of play so quickly once again.
Yeah, I think I like something neutral on this tee shot, something you can throw flat, maybe a slight hyzer, and get some kind of movement. See that little movement to the right there from Cade helped him out so much.
Sweet shot.
Yeah, you lose all the distance when your disc fades out just slightly early on this hole.
Yeah, this hole is a subtle climb. That may be, if you get far enough up on that left side and you're pinched, there is this overhand trick shot you can do, but that right hand OB comes into play so quickly, and it's almost just worth it to pitch it back up to the middle. Yeah, like Ben here is doing.
Yeah, been not really much of an option other than to just pitch up to the gap.
He'll have a nice straight up shot from there with some flat footing.
So JoJo kind of far here.
He's far on the right side of the fairway, and the further you are right on your drive, just foot by foot, it drops off, and you got to climb more and more to get up to the green, JoJo.
You're okay. Might be okay.
Yeah.
Nice. He's going to be Circle's Edge. Here's that pinched shot. I had to walk so far right to try to be able to see Davis and the basket right over the OB.
Yeah, he's going to be right on that OB line.
I might have gone OB.
So these are pretty solid drives here from Bryson and Cade, and that'll work.
I loved how that one stood up. Like Bryson's so good at those kind of neutral to even understable forehand.
I like this too.
Yeah, Cade's so far up there, he just a nice stock forehand into the. Ben, third on the 5th, and Davis was OB. He's gonna take in a meter.
Putting for par here from distance gives that a good little bid, but he's gonna be taking another bogey.
Such a cool picture frame shot up into this green too, with the low ceiling of that initial tree guardian, and how the floor kind of terraces up 5 feet just before circle 1. JoJo again with a good solid stroke. Birdie. Bryson for his birdie. Sweet. Nice par save for Ben. And Davis, I believe we'll see if confirm that OB. Yeah, just tapping in a bogue. Cade, he's in, and we're on to hole 6, the other par 5 on the course. Yes, sir. 2 par 5s. And this is, this is somehow in some universe eagleable with like an unbelievable forehand super drive.
Yeah.
But the main initiative is to get through this gap and don't miss it left. It's an instant penalty, and you're going to have to throw across this huge fairway up into this tucked woods. Now, this dogleg's left very specifically. If you want to get even just now, we're getting a look down the tunnel to have a clean shot up to the basket. But this hole is another true nice throw. 3 really good shots with specific landing zones, and you can dice this hole up pretty good. But with the creek coming into play on that second or third up shot, it is going to be casual this year. There are 2 main creeks on this property. One will be casual, one is marked. And I believe it only comes into play on 15. So if you see a creek, it's casual.
Yeah.
Did JoJo just throw that a mile?
I think if it would have fought back onto Heiser, it would have gone really far, or maybe just had a little bit more height. But he's through the gap. He's in position to attack for birdie still.
This is left.
Mhm.
No. Kick out for him.
That's going to be out of bounds.
So disheartening. You have to go on this par 5 journey, and you just start with a stroke already. Ben with the Heiser flip backhand. I love the backhand here.
Yeah, if you can control your backhand down the hill, getting late turn on it, that hard to tell.
You can see the leaves coming through that gap, slight headwind. Maybe he's pushing him over to the left. But here's this savior shot.
Mm-hmm.
You think he's going all the way?
He's probably trying to.
No reason not to, you think?
Yeah.
To get all the way across past that big white oak, I think. White oak.
Yep.
This looks great. Davis has the distance. Easy distance.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell if it got a late kick. It is a bummer when you do kick down into that creek because it's pretty. It's an old creek. It's done its wearing of the landscape over the years. There she is.
Left. He'll be able to scramble from there. It's kind of like you throw 2 good shots and you kind of scramble for birdie. Because once you get past this tree right here that Ben's kind of flying through the limbs of, it's kind of just you're in the woods and the trees are pretty scattered and you can find some kind of line. You're probably going to be under 300 feet from the pin.
Yeah, this is a beautiful introduction to the woods at this property. Once you get past the creek, the trees are nice and sparse and open and old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not thick rough in there. But it can be thick if you don't get over that ditch. If you're short of the ditch creek that is casual, then like here, this is probably pretty tough.
He's down in.
It sounded like he hit something, but he found a way through. He's going to be putting.
Yeah, he is, man. He puts a mile. Okay, who made it? Okay, Davis from way up on top of the pastures, way down in here. From his last shot, he's probably 30 feet downhill. Throwing another 20 feet uphill. That looked awesome.
Yeah, it's not easy being in that ditch, especially if you're kind of more to the right where Davis is. It's just so steep you can't even really see where you're aiming.
JoJo with a little tomahawk action. Sick shot. Slide it on up there through the woods. Ben's approach.
Yep.
Pure. Yes, he is putting. Circle 2. Big spinner time. Just left.
Yeah, that was for a big par save. Bryson giving that an effort. Looked like the footing was weird. We got some tap ins coming up.
JoJo tapping in a birdie. Another. Stacking them. 4 through 6. Ben's coming up to tap in his birdie. Sweet. Couple of birds. 1 bogue for Cade.
Yep.
Hole 7. The first nice little wooded hole. It's the first par 3 since hole 1.
Yep.
Just a nice classic downhill putter shot, or a mid if you want to blast it into the back of the green here. But goal number 1, hit the gap and get over this super deep crevice drop off onto this nice flat green. 7's just staring at you. The first probably real aceable hole, the only aceable. Well, hole 1 is.
I would say hole 1 is aceable.
Yeah, this one you just want.
Yep, this one just wants you to ace it.
I like the play from JoJo, just playing to get the putt, but that's going to be far on the right side. Looking at a death putt with.
Yeah. That looks low.
It's not open.
That's the only thing you don't really want to do, is leave it low.
You might find yourself down in the crooked creek. Turn for him a little. Ooh,
yep,
that was sweet
nice.
looking.
That's all you need.
He's going to be that little crevice that Ricky's sitting in is probably about circle's edge.
Yeah, it might even be closer. It's inside the circle, I think.
Nice.
So yeah, Bryson is going to be probably inside the circle.
Just right for Davis.
Yeah.
Just a little bit right.
Yep.
Cade with the height and the turn.
Looked like it got squeaky. Didn't hit much. I don't know what kind of putt he's going to have.
Yeah, there's some little shrubberies back there. Davis trying to pitch through that wall of little trees. In the wintertime, hard to see all the little vines over there.
Quality pitch up. Quality. Yeah, he didn't want to put it too close. He still wanted to feel that putting stroke, gain some confidence.
No doubt.
I think we can all learn from that a little bit.
Okay, JoJo. Look at what he's looking at behind the basket here. It's probably about 15 feet.
And he's got this tree on the right that's kind of maybe in the way. Hard to tell. Ooh.
Good sit. Let's see the course, see how this one played. Yeah, second easiest on the day.
Yeah, still playing over par.
Hole 1 is the only hole playing under par. Averaging at a 2.95. This is just averaging at a 3.03. Yeah, it's so down in there. The big old Tarzan branch. Good thing he brought all the discs he needed.
Yeah, Bryson for birdie. Love it. Good catch. Is that what I heard?
I think Bryson said that.
JoJo cleaning up his par. Same for Ben. 2 more tap-ins.
Take it.
Yeah, hole 8. We got a par 3, 353 feet. Straight the whole way through this tight gap. Most players are going to be throwing a forehand just because of the hillside here on the right. It checks up nicely, and you do have this log that you want to get over as well if you want to get inside the circle. And there is that creek, again, playing casual, but, I mean, you don't want to get your feet wet.
It's so deep. This creek is so deep on these holes. Yeah, the backhand is sweet, shapes up for this gap, nice, but if you can't control it just right for Bryson, if you can't control it late flight or to get it down into that hillside, it slopes so much from right to left that you could just find yourself deep down into the creek. This looks good. Hits the tree by the basket parked. It feels good to park this hole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one's tough. Going with the hyzer foot backhand from Ben.
Ace run.
Yeah, just running at the basket. That
It'd be easy par from there.
Yeah.
It'd be easy par. Davis just a little left. There's room to sneak through over there. But I don't think that did. Following that line is Cade, but he does sneak through and over the creek. Punched it in there.
Bryson's still with a good bit of work to do.
Get up. That's fine. Go in. Oh.
Just over the log.
Beautiful touch shot.
Shot.
Davis had a good up shot as well.
And there's that creek.
The old bridges. Cade for the birdie.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, he's been so close on so many putts.
Tickling him. Ben for birdie. He was deep.
Yeah.
He went deep. Cade walking up to his par putt.
Yeah, a little bit of a tester coming back. His putting has looked really good. I think he just needs to get those birdie looks a little bit closer. And a bunch of
JoJo tapping in a birdie. Everybody
Yep.
else taps in a par.
Mm-hmm.
No damage done on the 8th. Hole 9. Hole 9 is a par 4, 708 feet. Sponsored by Athens' own Sam Cook. Thanks for bringing it to us this year, Sam. Players are going to want to throw probably a distance driver, carrying straight as far as you can. Not too left, not too right, in order to access this pinch point once again, this landing zone, and bending left to right and downhill. OB all right, but you're pretty guarded by all of these evergreen trees. But I'll tell you what is guarded, and that's this green. This low ceiling from this white oak is, I mean, it's a canopy, man. Beautiful hole, super picturesque. Great way to finish off your front 9 by playing this one smart, getting through the initial gap, and trying to get a little birdie. Backhand does suit better for your late flight here, so you can open up that approach shot.
Oh, yeah. Catching a little bit of leaves on that right side, but that's out there. That's all you really need. It's not very far, but he's in the middle. You definitely don't want to be right after you hit the gap.
Yeah, he's not going to be looking up the gap, but he'll have another left to right big turning shot around the corner to get there.
This might be too far right. Yeah.
This is pinched.
Yeah, if you want to see your disc land in that sunlight out there that you can see from the tee pad here. Pulled it right, gets a nice kiss out.
Yeah, he's past the woods. He's out there. He's able to at least throw probably a good 320-foot shot to the mouth of the gap. This looks piped.
This is what you want. Yep.
Oh, it's way up there. And if your disc fades out too much at the end, too, there are those. We did keep some little saplings over there on the left side for the first year, little contenders like this. This is hyzering out a little bit.
Caught some some foliage, as they say. Probably going to be pretty short. It might actually helped him because he was headed towards those saplings.
Okay, here's that.
Ben just laying up, but he kind of got aggressive with that. A little bit too much heat on there. It's going to be in the rough.
Yeah, I wonder if he was trying to lay up, because he could have just... Well, nevertheless, he's shooting 3 from the rough. Okay, he kind of did get away with some good little kick off the tee. Fading left, similar to Lita Ben's, a little closer to the tee, or to the pin, but you were right, Jojo. Jojo did get enough. You can see a little peek of this.
Yeah, there's a lot of room to work the disc, flying left to right, like you were saying. Works it pretty wide. It looks like it has enough turn to stay out of the rough. Yeah. It's a good shot. Probably about 60 feet, if I had to guess.
That is a good shot. He made that low ceiling may take away the birdie look for him.
Bryson kind of pitching up.
Pitching up to the corner.
Double pitch. Hard to tell how pinched Davis is. It doesn't.
He's far enough.
Oh, yeah. This looks nice. Coming in a little wide.
Second for Davis. We'll look at the birdie.
And this is Ben.
Ben pitching out from the rough.
Yep.
Smart. Well, it's probably all he had.
Yep. Now pitching up for the bogey, but he's going to have to earn it.
Yeah, I got away from it a little bit there. It's fast green.
Mm-hmm.
You land it short. Slide it on up there.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. That's nice. Nice shot. Bryson securing the par. Putting it close. Okay, throwing 3. Putting it close for par as well, I believe. Yeah, not too much to work with that low ceiling. Those branches are so wide. You have like an 80-foot reach. Give it to him, corner pocket.
Yeah.
Davis.
Whoa.
For the birdie.
Looks like there's a little bit of wind.
It does finally open up right here on the green, exposed to that water. No. Birdie 2, tapping in a bogey for Davis. That's nasty. These baskets are so vintage, and they're different to putt on. You know, those chains are so heavy, and the configuration is such that sometimes it kind of trample it. Like, there's so much kinetic energy in those things.
Yep.
They're thick. Sometimes it trampolines it out. It's just adding to the lore. And there it is. Front 9. Done. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a 96 Yamaha G9. Thank you, Watkinsville Golf Carts and Disc Golf, for sponsoring this event, as well as everybody else on the front 9. There's your leaders going into it. Come back and join us.
Catch you guys on the back 9.
This is nice. Just enjoy this little plane ride.